Human Resource Management, Mining in Africa. In the beginning, I would like to state that I will be talking about mining industries in Africa, and with this, I will be talking about the challenges of HRM in today's jobs and also the legal framework of HRM. Now, I was asked to answer the simple question, how is the theory the same as reality, and how does the theory differentiate from reality? First of all, the HR professionals have many jobs that they do in cooperation with the manager. One of them is to promote health and safety issues in the organization. Of course, in a perfect world, people in charge of this are going to do the job to the letter. They are technically supposed to ensure that the work environment creates a sense of well-being, and people in the company need to ensure their actions and behavior to create this. Although in many industries, these people actually do their jobs, but for some reasons, in African mining industries, these regulations are completely discarded. For example, there are still major safety hazards like collapsing tunnels, falling rocks, toxic fumes, high temperatures, and intensive noises. Many miners suffer from diseases like silicosis and tuberculosis, and countless miners are still not given adequate compensation for hard and risky labor. Another job the HR professional must do is to reward and recognize employees. That means that they must develop and administer a variety of rewards and recognition components, including pay and benefit, that will attract and retain and also engage employees. And so, someone in a financial service business will need to ensure that the company's compensation program can attract and retain the caliber of staff it desires. For sure, this seems all good in books and all, but looking at African mining industries, we can clearly see that they do not have all the luxurious things that we Americans and Canadians receive. Actually, the miner don't get extra anything. If they are lucky, they might get to eat lunch, but they do not get to eat. They do not get an extra pay or break. Large mining operations in Africa have generated big profits for foreign companies with little local benefits. Such words were the headlines of a local newscast. Pretty impressive in a way how locals do not benefit in any way of their products. Well, next of all things, we have the legal framework in Canada. For sure, not every country has the same set of rules, but still, they should be all respected. For example, in the Canadian legal framework, the workers' compensation state that if anything happens to a worker on site while wearing the protective gear given by the company will fully compensate by law until able to work once again. In Africa, there is no compensation if they suffer from any kind of misfortune or hazard, like a cave collapsing or broken bones. Last but not least, human rights legislations on pay equity. This means that the amount paid for work is equal to the work the employee has to put in, the value of the company. On the contrary, in Africa, it's like if the law didn't even exist, since the employers do not have a minimum wage, and they can also hire children and get away with this. So we can clearly see there's a lack of stability in both theory and reality. Thank you.